Welcome back everybody, it's episode 26 of the Arsenal career mode. I'm excited to get this going. We've got Southampton in store for you today and Newcastle, but I want to start this video off by just paying my respect and thank you to you guys, because it's been some great support that I'm receiving, and I couldn't have asked for it to be any better when I started YouTube. So keep doing what you're doing, guys, keep commenting and liking the videos, and I do really appreciate that. And it doesn't go unnoticed. I don't ever, there's not a day that goes by the way I don't notice what you guys are doing, so thank you for that. So Southampton, we're looking at where we are in the league. We're very, very comfortable, and so like I say quite often, it's not the sort of time where you want to start, becoming complacent and not being the best that you can be. I always want to be the best. I always want to be playing the best that I can be in the moment. So we've got to be careful about that. We've got a lot of transfers and players to transfer over, from the bench into the main squad. We've got a lot of games that we've played and games coming up, and we've got to keep changing things around, even if the squad's not ideal. We've got to just keep changing it around. I'm trying to think of a way to put Welbeck in there, and obviously with the players that we've got and the squad depth that we've got, there are going to be players in there that not necessarily I would like to play in that position, but sometimes I might have to play a Wobie at right back. I might have to play a certain player in a different position, and this is where the youth players come in handy, is when I can bring them on as subs or have them in the team even and start and just give them a run. And sometimes these lower rated players actually prove to be great players and enjoyable players. I'm going to be giving some solid commentary as well for these upcoming few episodes, and for the World Cup mode as well. I want to really diving into I really want to dive into what my thoughts are on certain players' performances, both for this and the World Cup mode, and give my opinion on those things instead of sometimes talking about other topics, which is fun as well, don't get me wrong, but I want to really dive into some of the gameplay. So if you guys are enjoying these videos and these series that I'm doing, I would encourage you to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. It lets me know I'm doing well, and I don't want you to miss the videos if you're enjoying them either. So we're getting things started there already quite early. A few headers, a few shots, a few rebounds coming, and that's okay. That's a nice lovely little ball roll there, and they get it at the front post but couldn't quite finish the ball. Not necessarily great shooting there from me either, and a lot of my games are quite like this, and especially with this game, with the players that we had, it's been a lot of back and forth in this match, coming forward, defending, and I thought that was a really nice goal. Just patience is what paid off there. I ran through with Lacazette, who was actually playing on the right a little bit. We started him in striker position, but he kind of transitioned over to the right a little there, and just patient. I could have shot across goal, I was tempted to, but I thought, cut back, just look up, see who's in the box, and there was the main man to head it in for us, and that was Mkhitaryan that time. So I was happy with that goal. It gets us 1-0 up, and there's something psychological about going 1-0 up when you feel like, when I go 1-0 down, especially online, it messes with your brain, at least for me and my play style. I'm panicking. I don't play how I normally would play if I go 1-0 down, and it has the reverse effect as well. It definitely has a positive. We're always looking for the positive, as you guys know, and it does really have a positive, and the positive is when you go 1-0 up, it's exactly the same scenario. You feel better. You feel, at least for me, the first maybe 2-3 FIFA minutes after kick-off, they usually run down, and you've got to be careful they don't score from kick-off, but other than that, I feel in control. I feel more confident. I feel like they tend to rush in and they feel the pressure, and that's kind of the way I like to play my style. But they get their counter-attack there, and there's a lovely pass through and a nice finish also. I really don't know what the defence was doing. The defence was kind of all over the place. There was a huge gap in the middle, which I obviously wasn't very happy about. But I guess they got the goal, and the finish was there as well, so it wasn't all bad luck for our team there. One thing I've actually been quite surprised about with this channel so far is the views on this Arsenal career mode. Like, you guys really love this career mode, and I do really like this career mode as well. I actually enjoy it probably equally as much as the World Cup. I can't really say one is better than the other. I really enjoy career mode. But I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised actually, because I figured that you guys would really love the World Cup and that would get more views, and that this career mode, I was hoping this wasn't going to happen, but this is my thought. I thought the views would go down on these videos and go up on the World Cup, but it's actually kind of been the other way around. The views are not very high on the World Cup compared to this Arsenal career mode, which I kind of like that as well. It just shows you guys are really into it, and that really makes me feel good when I know you're enjoying it. So I still haven't really figured out why that is. Maybe people aren't that interested in the World Cup. I'm still going to keep playing it. I think it's still fun and enjoyable and something different, and it only happens, you know, once every 4 years. So it's definitely something I'm going to keep doing. And if you haven't seen my progress on that yet, you can find a video somewhere on this channel. My last video should be a World Cup, or there might be a card somewhere on the screen that you can click on. They went 2-1 up with a nice goal, and we come back to 2-2 in the 83rd minute, which I was delighted by, because I love those types of goals where you just let the defender kind of contain you, but he doesn't come in for a challenge, and so that just allows my striker then to make a run through, which he did, and got the goal with the finish. After that, they started pressing me a little more than there was before, which didn't go down well, and we got the rebound there. As you can see, I do think it came from them pressing us too much. We just kept attacking and plucking away at them, and I did well to stay quite calm actually in this video. When I went 2-1 down, I was thinking, oh damn it, and it was kind of, I think a lot of it was because how far we are ahead in the league. I wasn't really too bothered if we didn't get the desired result there, but nice effort, and then it just fell to Mkhitaryan, who's just going to, you know, hit that home, and no problem there for him. So I was thinking about how I can make all the videos better, basically. I'm always kind of trying to maybe make the thumbnail a little better, or maybe I make you know, the commentary a little more interesting, or whatever it is. I'm always just thinking about ways to make the video better and trying to come up with new ideas. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. If you know you have a suggestion to how you could I could make the video better and how you would like it to be. So we got the win there with the 3-2. I was really happy with that, and then we come up against Newcastle, who, well, you'll see what happens in this video anyway, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But straight away we was on the front foot and attacking them instantly, and that's the thing in life and in FIFA in general. You're either kind of attacking or you're defending. That's kind of the way it is. There's not really much of an in-between. There is kind of, I guess, in FIFA, but the best scenario is really to be attacking a lot or defending a lot, and that should change throughout the game. You should maybe start out attacking a lot, and then maybe you go defending quite a lot, and then maybe you attack a lot and switch that up. But I thought that was a really nice finish, and when we get the first goal, that usually leads to more goals, usually leads to more momentum. Lovely pass through there. Can we get the finish? Yes, we can, and it's 2-0 already. I don't know what minute we're in, but I know it's quite early in the match. 23 minutes played. Mahrez there, and I really like, I say this quite often, but I really love doing that. You run to one side of the goal, face the goalkeeper head on, and then hit it into the other corner. And a lot of time I actually finesse them, which isn't, I wouldn't recommend you to do it. It's not easy. It's easier to just hit them, but sometimes they look cool when you finesse them, so I often try and do that as well and make the goals look good for you guys. So coming forward again, pretty much a replica of the goal before. Looks exactly the same to me. I'm sure it did to you guys as well, and it's none other than Mahrez to slot that home. 3-0 before half time. You know, you're in trouble whoever you're playing if you're 3-0 down at half time. But when I was younger, I used to, I mean, obviously I don't do this for career mode, but for Ultimate Team, when I was younger and I played FIFA, I would rage quit, and I know a lot of people rage quit. I never do that anymore. I don't really believe in it, honestly. Like, at least for me, if I if I click to play a match against somebody, I'm not giving up. Like, if you quit, like the way I personally see it, and you guys can do what you want, I'm not telling you what to do, but this is just my mindset, is I see myself as a quitter. If I quit at something, I'm quitting, I'm not good enough, and I see it that way. So the only time I think maybe you might want to quit is if you're lagging and you really don't want to play because of it. Okay, yeah, quit, I get that, but when you're quitting because you're losing, even if you don't deserve to be losing, there's always a way that you can come back in the match. And even if you score one goal, at least you gave the guy a good match, you tried your best. 5-0, it's just kind of becoming a bit of a joke now, but yeah, that's what you need to do, guys, and it teaches you a lesson about your FIFA match. If you're 4-0 down and you keep going for another 10 minutes and maybe you score a goal, it does help psychologically, and in future games then you might be 2-0 down and you don't just give up. A lot of people go 2-0 down, they give up, they think they've lost, and it's not the truth. There's no reason why you can't figure out what you've not been doing so great and come back and win that match. There's absolutely no reason why. 5-0 then, 60th minute, so crossing, it comes back out for the rebound, but we don't finish it. I thought we was going to get that goal at the time, but we didn't. I come across here and think about shooting at the front post with Mahrez, but I mean, that was a great save considering 5-0 up, and that happens quite a lot for us. Is the goalkeeper's not usually to blame for the reason why we're so far ahead in matches. It's usually, and you could see another great save there, it's usually just defending that, and not taking us out in midfield is usually what comes to teams losing. So I like to show you guys who did what at the end of the game, and I don't do it for every video, but it's kind of nice for you to see where we're at. I enjoy doing that. Also looking at some of the youth players coming up. I did mention before, it's probably not the best idea, me over investing on these youth players for this career mode, because Arsenal are such a big team. So I don't think I'll probably make that same mistake on the next career mode, but if we do a career mode such as Fulham one day, there's a possibility that I may bring that back. Next game you can see is against West Ham, for not tomorrow's video but the day after. I'm just clearing some stuff up here, so I'm going to thank you guys for watching. My name is James. Subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the World Cup series.